I could have my head on about that. Hello everyone. Yeah, it's put on your lid. I'm back. I'm well. I'm alive. A lot of you have been asking in the comment section, where the hell are you? Well, as a lot of you who follow my channel know, I was sick for a while. I've been having back issues. The whole program with injections, painkillers, orthopedic sessions. I've been in and out of clinics, and well, I'm healed. Whatever happened, I don't know. I can't really tell you. I think it was a combination of the injections I got and the therapy that was given to me, and the medication that I was on. I wasn't operated on, but it slowly and surely got better. I was able to get up out of bed. I spent around about 3 weeks in bed solidly, and I could hardly walk down the stairs. I couldn't get onto a motorcycle, which was just about the worst thing ever. But I'm back in my garage, I'm back at work, I'm back potting around, and I'm really looking forward to springtime. If you're already on your bikes, do be careful. There's a little bit of ice out there. I'm speaking about Germany now. But I've got lots and lots of news. I'll be putting up a good few videos. My tour in Ireland on my GS with my friend Roland, who I haven't seen since, so I don't know, maybe it wasn't a good tour for him, but I enjoyed myself. Yeah, I bought a new bike. I'm going to talk today about basically a barn find. This is my third barn find, and I paid €1 for it. I paid €1 for this bike, and it's not running. It's looking pretty shabby. Most is on it. It's just missing a front brake lever and the reservoir and the brake lines going to the front brakes. But other than that, it's brilliant. It's a Yamaha XJ600, exactly the same one that I'm restoring at the moment. Now, I thought I would buy it just for parts. Then I picked it up in Stuttgart, which is around about 230, 240 kilometers away from here. So I spent basically over half a day going down there, picking it up, bringing it back on the trailer. And yeah, here it is on the ramp, and I'm going to show it to you now in a few minutes. It's going to be a restoration project, and it's going to be a cafe racer. Nice thing about it is it has a 4x1, which is supposedly quite loud, which we all love, and it's not a touring bike. I'm going to show you at the same time the progress I'm making on the other XJ, which is completely restored but not put back together again. And yeah, if you think I'm a bit slow, you might be right. I haven't been well, as I said. I was able to spend about half an hour in the garage doing 1 or 2 small little parts, potting around, getting my garage sort of set up for the put back together of this bike. And yeah, you're right. I didn't do an awful lot in the garage, and I haven't been on a bike, but please excuse me. Oh, by the way, I've neglected my channel. I haven't been active for a long time. So what happens to you on YouTube is the channel sort of dies away on you. And I'd like to pick it up again and get it going as it was. So I'd really appreciate it if you'd like the video and subscribe, because this is the only way it's going to get me out of this. And it's the only way I'm going to start getting it moving again. So please do like, comment and subscribe on the channel. It doesn't cost you anything. It means an awful lot to me, and I promise you I'll be bringing some really nice good videos for you, for your entertainment, free of charge. So give me a subscribe. I'm going to run you through the total build of the XJ Cafe Racer. I'm going to call it the Cafe Racer, the yellow Cafe Racer. Now it's yellow. I'm going to leave it the way it is. I'm going to clean it all up. I'm going to put a lot of things on the, a lot of new parts on the bike that are definitely needed. And I'm just going to basically get it running and nice. Not as nice as the XJ600 that I fully restored, and I'm going to show you that now in a minute as well. So let's just grab the camera here and I'll run you through the bike. First of all, don't get a shock. It's in fierce condition. I mean, it really is dirty. It's a barn find and I paid €1 for it. So let's start at this end where the light is coming from. Right, you can already see it there in all its pride. Let's hang this up here and I'm going to run you through the bike. Right, old flattened out tires, as you can see. New tires. The chain, all rusty. New chain. I'm going to get new sprockets on it. The DID is always really good. I have something moving in here, so I reckon that's a bearing. So if you can hear that. Yeah. And the wheel is moving around as well. So there's definitely a bearing gone. I'm going to take off the main stand. Somebody cut it already. Look at that. That looks terrible. This is going to be cleaned up. The seat is actually in good condition. It's actually in good condition. It's going to stay. I might reupholster it and I might repad it. Or I get a seat made, a sort of a bench seat made on it. Cut the back of the bike here. Get rid of all this crap. Make it short. Get this up a little bit higher and put a new shock in it and so on. Right, the carbs, they look really, really dirty. The engine looks really dirty. It has compression, it does. I turned it around yesterday. The spark plugs are a little bit dark, so it was running rich. So I'm going to put on pods on it because this is cracked and broken. I could fix it, but I'm going to definitely put pods on this bike. Air pods, and just look at the dirt that fell out of it. Look at this, people. Look at this. This is all chunkiness which just sort of fell out of here. Right, let's have a look at the front of it. Okay, let's have a look at the front of it. Okay, nice and really odd. If you look up here, you can see the speedometer. Now, this speedometer was made by the bloke who owned this bike. He made it. This was all polished. It'll be all polished up again. I think it's really nice. Indicators, I can't really see. Head beam, neutral light and ignition. More you do not need. So he actually took out the original lights off the fairing, placed them in here, cut them in here and made this here, and he just bought a cheap Speedo, stuck it in from behind and did the lettering here inside. I don't know, I hope you can see that. I'll just go a little bit closer. It might not focus in because it's up high. Right, here the reservoir is missing and the brake, whatever you call it. Anyway, the other switches are all on it here. I don't know if anything is working on it. Clutch lever is broken. I have clutch lever for that. He put some sort of a huge light in it. I'm going to lower this light and I'm going to put it down here because I think it looks better here, and I think it's just too high up and it's too far out. So I'm going to do a little bit of a bracket here on my own, maybe out of aluminium, and this is the ignition switch. I like that. He put that in there. I'm going to put that back in there. Fork seals leaking. Forks not looking too good, a little bit scruffy. I don't know if you can see any pitting here. There's a little bit of pitting. If I rub my hand down, I can feel light pitting, but they are redoable. I mean, I'm going to just polish that out. Tires, front, ancient, old, whatever they are, battle axe, Bridgestone battle axe. They even feel hard. If you put your thumb into them, you can see that it leaves no imprint. So these are gone definitely. Brake discs, lovely, no wear at all. These must be made of such hardened steel, and I'm going to free them up as well. They're probably all manky and dirty. Oil cooler looks all right. It might need a little bit of straightening out just to get the airflow going back into it. And let's have a look at this side here. The exhaust is off it at the moment, but have a look at this. It's a 4-in-1. And that'll be loud. It looks manky, so I'm going to sand that all completely down. I'm going to polish up these pipes. I'm going to get the black off them, polish them up to here. I'm going to re-weld around here, and I'm going to paint the rest of it and put a nice Akrapovic sticker on it. I'm only joking. No Akrapovic sticker. Right. Well, here we are. Look at the engine. Absolutely manky. I'm going to go in here, a little bit in here, and just show you that. Little rusty bolts. I'll have to get rid of all those. Don't like them. Black engine. Yeah, it'll do. I'll paint it again and scrub it. I'll show you what this engine can look like. And in fact, I tell you what, I'll do that right now, because I've finished the engine on my XJ, the other XJ, and I'm just going to get some light on it so you can get a good look at it. And I'm going to pull it out as well so you can even get a better look at it, because it's definitely worth looking at. Right, light, stay there. Stay there. Well, I'll hold the camera out one. Have a look at this, folks. There we go. Parts all polished up. Engine blackened out all around the engine parts. I like these in aluminium, so I got rid of all the paint off these, got the paint off this, got the paint off this, and polished them up. Now I have to go over it with a bit of polish as well, just before I do. I polished the head as well. Look at that. And compression is beautiful. I had this engine completely apart, because what I did was I got the engine, I had a look at it, compression was perfect, but I thought I might do all the bearings in the engine and I might do all the seals in the engine. I'll have a look at the gearbox and the clutch at the same time. So that was the project over winter, and it was a sitting project, so it was okay sitting. I just couldn't get up and do other things because my back wasn't letting me. The pain was dreadful. And so what I did was I spent most of the time on my bench in my garage on that little stool there. You see that there? That's the little stool. That's the one I sent. Look, I wore it out sitting. That's my arse. Yeah, I wore it out sitting. And I sat here in my workshop. And I let you have a little chance of having a look at my workshop at the same time. This is this is my workshop. I'm jumping from like Donald Trump, sick man that, jumps to from one theme to another. So let's get around this again, and I'm just going to show you the other side of this engine, because it's worth having a look at. So you're going to get an idea of how detailed this bike is going to be. You know, I mean, there's bolts here, I can't find them at the moment because I don't know where I've placed them. They're the hooded bolts. I'm all original bolts back on, except these ones here. I thought that'd be fancy with a little bit of goldy on them. I had them on my tray, and I just said, sure, they're the right length, put them in. These are all original bolting. There's not tight yet because I'm just doing the clutch at the moment. And well, I'm fitting a little part in the clutch. I polished up the starter engine. New brushes, new bushes, new everything, new bearing in there. New cog which I found, which fitted. Yeah, there was just a little bit of wear. I've new inlets here. These are nice and soft now. The other ones were crispy hard, which are gone on that machine as well. And I'm going to be doing the bushings anyway on that. So I have a set of bushings for that, or a set of inlet manifold intakes for that engine as well. So anyway, that's that engine. I think it looks absolutely beautiful. Let me know what you think. I spent ages doing it. You can see here I've brushed the fins as well, the cooling fins, and I've really done 1200 degrees paint on this. I hope it's going to last. What you actually should do is you should paint it, wait 24 or 36 hours, and then drive the bike and let it harden from the inside out with the heat. Now, I haven't had a chance to do that because the bike has been on the bench, so it's been hardening out over a couple of weeks now on the bench here. Right, just run you through again, just let you have a little look. I mean, every single detail. I mean, the bike this has been sanded down, this has been painted, and this has been polished, and it's mechanically, it's absolutely perfect. I've done the valves as well. I've done the shims. If you have the bike out if you have the engine out in parts, you may as well just do everything. So I've new shims, and I'm within spec on all the shims. I'll just show you a little graph actually that I've done. I recommend what you do is, if you're doing the shims, you actually write down what you have as a measurement on the shims, and then order the shims. And I ordered what I did was I just ordered, they're only €4 each for a shim, so I ordered a pile of them, and I didn't use them all, but you know, you have them on your shelf and you'll use them sometime or other in your life, or maybe not. So anyway, here's my graph. The measured on the 10th of the 1st 24 were shim 270. That was in, it's green, it's 0.18, 0.18. So 0.15 was too small, because that is the that's what it's supposed to be. This is the exhaust valve now. 0.16 to 20, and it was 0.15. So it's just a little bit out. So I ordered a new shim, a 265. There was a 270 in it. I ordered a 265, and now it's green. So I've left a little bit of room for another 3 measurements, and I'll give this to whoever's going to get the bike. I'm thinking of giving this bike away. It'll be my first bike giveaway, and if you like that sort of thing, yeah, I'm not a huge channel. I've put money into this bike, but I think somebody might appreciate it more than I would, because I've got plenty of bikes, and I'm thinking now, it's wait till it's finished. It might not be worthwhile. It will be worthwhile giving it away. Anyway, so these are the old shims. That's what they look like, and they weren't worn or anything like that. They had no mega grooves in them or anything like that. So you could see the pressure point there was good as well, and you could see the shim was moving around, because you can see that it's a round circle. So the shim was loose on the top, which is good. Don't make the mistake I've done, is when you're putting the shim in, and you put it in and you put a lot of oil on it and you press it down, you get a wrong reading, because the oil is in the base of it, and it's actually air sealed, and the oil won't come out of the, let's just say, out of the cup that you put it in, and it'll give you a wrong measurement. That's what I did once. So just lightly smear these with oil before you put them in, and that's enough so that you can get a good measurement. So anyway, that's what I've been up to. I'm just going to show you the other parts of the XJ, because it's not just about this barn find, this XJ600 barn find. It's about really saying hello to you guys and getting back to you, and letting you know that I'm alive and kicking, and everything is fine. And it's just basically to say hello, show you what I'm at, give you a quick rundown. And I'm going to Ireland probably on the XJ600 when I'm finished it. I'd like to do a tour in Ireland in a sort of nostalgic way, the way I used to ride. Now the bike is 40 years old, so when I was about 20, I would have loved to have done a tour on an XJ600 when this bike came out new. So I'm just going to go back in time, basically. That's the idea. I have some leather panniers which I got with some bike that I bought, a 750, a CB 750 or something like that. And I have the leather panniers that I'm going to put on. I'm going to travel fairly light and stay in bed and breakfasts, and I want to stay around about 2 weeks. Now I've done the tour with this ex-friend of mine. He's German, and I suppose you're all wondering what went wrong. What did actually go wrong was he had planned the tour prior to us going on it, which meant he had planned basically every day of the tour, and he'd planned it really badly. His plan was to go on the Wild Atlantic Way from north to south. Now, basically, if you want to see Ireland, you keep away from the Wild Atlantic Way. What you do is you go down the Wild Atlantic Way. If you're starting at the top of Ireland, the north of Ireland, you go on the Wild Atlantic Way and you zig off to the mountains and go through all the passes, like the Kerry Mountains, the Galway Mountains, the Sligo Mountains. I don't know, all those passes that are absolutely beautiful. And you go through them, ziggy-zag, and then you stay the night off the Wild Atlantic Way. You stay in pubs in little towns that tourists keep away from. And then you go back to the Wild Atlantic Way, travel down the coast a little bit, and then zip off again. So one day I said to him, okay, listen, mate, let's just do your tour. So he sent me down the Wild Atlantic Way behind caravans and trucks for hours on end. I kept on asking him, listen, are we going to get off this shit? And let's, yeah, he said, yeah, soon. I can see what you mean. So he did that to me twice. And I got really, really cheesed off, because every morning, well, my plan, and this was the plan that we had made in Germany, we were going to go to Ireland, take it and play it by ear. Ear. Which means in Irish, you just take it day by day and say, well, where are we? What are we going to look at? Where are we going to drive through? Let's take that route, do a quick Motor route, bring us back onto the Wild Atlantic Way, or just stay the night somewhere inland up some mega mountains in some nice little hotel that is cheap. Now, his plan was the Ring of Kerry. His plan was some house that he wanted to look at. His plan was, okay, I can understand that. There are all the touristy areas. We arrived at the west coast of Ireland, did the Ring of Kerry, and he said he wants to see the Cliffs of Moher. Right, we drove all day to the Cliffs of Moher, and what happened? Yeah, the Cliffs of Moher were so full of tourists that we couldn't even get on into the parking spot. This was July, of course. Yeah, I knew that. I know these things. What we could have done is we could have gone down to the area, wait for all the tourists to go, get up in the morning early in some bed and breakfast, and then go to the Cliffs of Moher, when it's on. So we went to Ardar House as well, which is some mega mansion or manor or something. I can't remember what it's called. He wanted to see that as well. So we ended up not seeing the Cliffs of Moher. We ended up getting off the Ring of Kerry, and we ended up not seeing the manor that he wanted to see, because when we arrived, the parking was so full, and we had to pay in, and we just saw it from the outside on our motorcycles. I did a piss in the field. He did a piss in the field. We had a sandwich, and then we left again. So, waste of time. Anyway, I fell out with him. And I fell out with him because every morning when I said, oh, we're going to do this tour and this, we could go there. What do you think of that? Yeah, okay. We agreed on it. And then he turned around and said, yes, but I have done a tour of the day as well. I want to show you that. I said, listen, man, you're not fucking serious. Anyway, okay, now I got really cheesed off with him. In fact, at one stage, I thought I was going to disappear off on my own without him, because I was trying to show him Ireland. I was the leader. He was supposed to go where I'm bringing him. I wanted to entertain him, and he just sort of went against the grain and didn't stick to the original idea and didn't stick to the original plans. So that's how you fall out with friends. Okay, and that's for another day. I've learned something out of it. I'm not going to go on a tour with somebody who's going to mess me up. I'm going to go either on my own or with somebody who will make me laugh. Anyway, you couldn't laugh with the bloke anyway. Right, folks, I suppose he's going to have a look at this video and then he'll understand what I'm at. I wanted to show you the rest of my my workshop, because I've heard a lot of people are doing barn finds as well, and this is my latest thing. I'm going to be doing barn finds. I'm going to try and get the bikes for €1 or less. No, I'll spend a couple of €100. I mean, I spend 100, 200, 300, 500 euros. I was doing €500 bikes and I bought 15 of them. That's going back. If you haven't seen any of that, just go back to some of my videos. Little CB250 I restored. I restored a Honda 650, I can't N so whatever it was. I restored a CB750. I've restored now the XJ, and I've restored plenty of other bikes. What I'd like to get my hands on, and if anyone can find one for me, I really, really want a Yamaha RD350 in white and blue. It can be black and red as well. I really, really want one. So if anyone has a Yamaha RD350 that needs restoring or needs some work, I know they're expensive now, and I can't afford to spend huge money on a fully restored one, and I don't really want to. I want to do it myself. I feel attached to the bike when I've done it myself, although I do sell it or give it away. Right, folks, I'm going to turn off the lights here because they are a distraction, and I'm just going to show you briefly now where I am with the thing. So there's with the XJ600. There's the frame. It's been painted twice and it's been sanded again, ready for the next coat of paint, but it's been too cold to paint. I want around about 20 degrees in the workshop. So there are my new tires. This wheel is ready and done. The bearings have been done in the bike, in the front wheel. Oh, sorry, that's the back wheel. And look at these lovely Continental Conti Goes, they're called. They make these for the bike, and you can actually get them. They're actually legal here in Germany for it. So tubeless wheels, brand new tires, new bearings in the wheels. So I've restored lots of these little parts. I mean, if you have a look at this is the gear change. I've polished it all up. It's really looking nice now, if you can see that there. I didn't need a new rubber because that looks like brand new. This could be on the wrong way. I don't know if that's supposed to be on the inside and this part on the outside, but that's only a little issue, because I have another one here which belongs to this bike here. Oh, it's actually, yeah, other side. And you can sort of see the condition that is in. That was basically the way this one was as well. So all nice and dirty. Right, folks, let's get on with this. I've done the brakes. I just want to show you the caliper here. The brakes have been fully restored. I've put in new pots in them. I've put in new seals in them. There's new brake pads in there, all polished up, and I've painted the calipers in a brake paint, which I think is very nice, and it's very close to the original color. So the original color was a little bit more gray, like the back one. Now the back one was so good that I didn't need to do that, but all the brake slaves and they've all been replaced. All the seals have been replaced in all of them. I've new brake lines to go on. I'm going to do steel breaded brake lines. That's these here. These are really, really nice. That'll make a difference to the brake feel. It won't be as spongy. Right, we have new mirrors. New mirrors here. There we go. Brand new, packed. Couldn't believe that you could get them. Only not a lot of money. I have basically had every part of this bike in my hand, and I'll just show you the steering, the handlebar. Now there's two handlebars. I'll just show you that they came out lovely. Painted. I've done the stem as well in the same color, which is down there, which is, just give you a little peek down there. Now you can see all this has been cleaned up beautifully, so I'll be putting bearings into this bike very soon. And I just want to, yeah, this is the brake clamp at the front. This has also been beautifully painted. Oh, I did it the same color as the steering column. So anyway, the plastics, they were actually amazing on the bike. I don't need to do anything. I'll just give you a quick look at the plastics. There they are there. I mean, look at them. They're like brand new, honestly. There's a couple of little scratches here and little, but I think that's part of the patina that you have to, you know, you have to keep up. Then I'm just going to be doing some painting on the brake levers here, and you know, they look just dulled out. Nothing really bad. I have replaced all the rubbers in this. This is actually the part that is missing off this bike here. This here, I have to get one on the internet, or I've actually seen one on the internet, and you can get that quite easily. So I've restored that completely, and now I'm going to paint them. And if you're going to do one lever, you may as well do the clutch lever as well. So I'll be doing that, and I've just sort of little engine brackets. I mean, have a look at this. I mean, you can see that they're not nice anymore. These are these engine brackets here on the you see that? So I mean, I could polish them up and, you know, just give them a little bit of a wash, but no, I'm going to be painting them. Now, I don't paint cheap paint, ladies and gentlemen. When I paint with a compressor, and I'll just see if I can find the company I use. That's TriStar. That's the thinner, that's the hardener, and somewhere down there is the black paint. I got it. Yes, there we go. There's the black paint, I think. Yeah, that's the paint I use. Professional acrylic lac. So for small little tiny parts I use a spray can, but I mix my own paint if I'm doing the frame and that sort of thing, because that gets really hard and doesn't chip. And sometimes I like to spray off the bike with a power washer, and you'll strip off the paint if it's only, you know, cheapy out of the if it doesn't have the hardener separate, if it's already in it. The hardener is really important. And if you don't do that, what you can actually do is you can buy, it's called 2K paint in a spray can. And what you do is you there's a portion of the can hardener, and there's a portion of paint, and you press a little button down underneath, and it'll shoot the bottom stuff, the hardener, into the paint, and then you shake it for 10 minutes, or you have to shake it a long time to get it mixed up properly. Now, if I have that here as well somewhere. Yeah. Is that it? No, that's not it there. Yeah, here we go. This is 2K paint. All right, I'll just let you have a little look. You see that there? 2K Ludwig Lacke, Ludwig RAL 99004. Now you see that? You press that button down there with that red cap there, and you then shake the hell out of it, and it'll give you the same sort of quality you'll get from a compressor and a spray gun. So anyway, listen folks, thanks for being with me. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll show you the Yellow Beast again. Oh, what I do want to show you is, I really do want to show you how bad this thing looks without the tank and without the saddle. So just give me a chance. Let's get this off here. Can you see me? Yeah. Right. This has all just been put on. So let's hang that back on here. I have a box over here which I can throw all this stuff into, and let's get this off here. Yeah, I really want to show you what it looks like without the plastics and without the tank. And Bear with me, it only takes a minute. Wait, you have to take off the side panel first, I believe, or else you'll... there we go. Yellow. Do you like it? I like it. I do actually like it. When I saw it first, I said, ooh, horrible. Horrible, horrible. Right, there's not a lot of fuel in here. So, here we go. And that's nice. That's a nice way of putting the tank. Right, I'll grab you here and I'll show you that again. Jeez, it really does. Now we start off, look at the cobwebs. Do you see the cobwebs? Look at the dirt at the bike. Do you see it? Do you see the dirt? Oh my God. I mean, it'll come up. I want to get rid of this rust, so I think I'll be taking out the engine. I'll definitely be taking out the electrics, because look at this. This is supposed to be the fuse box. Now the fuse box goes here, and these are supposed to go into the fuse box, but there is no fuse box, so the guy did separate fuses, so I want to do that definitely. Some of the wiring looks a little bit grotty in places. I've had a look at here, there's a bit of wear in here, and what that does is that wears when you're riding the bike like that. So folks, if you do have a clamp like this, if you have one of these, tighten them up. This stops this from rubbing on the bike. Put a clamp here and you'll have your electrics for years. The only issue with electrics always is that they rub somewhere over years and years, and they wear through, and then you shorten out somewhere, and then you have a problem. So anyway, I've showed you I've showed you that up there, but let's have a look at I've showed you the speedo. There's no more rev counter, but look at the dirt of this barn find. You know, the plastics are good. I mean, no doubt about it. It's just dirty, dirty, dirty. Wheels are dirty. The chain is worn out. Look at the aluminiums here. They need to be done. I have a lot of work on this barn find. I keep on saying barn find because I believe that helps a little bit if you're doing a video, and it helps to say the name of the bike, like it's a Yamaha XJ600. Yamaha XJ600. The more you say that, but I'm going to just be putting on the thing. My barn find for €1, or I found a barn find paid €1, and next thing I'm going to do, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm going to have you along for this as well, is I'm going to be starting up this bike. I want to start up the bike and get it running, and that's the first thing that is necessary before you strip down any bike and start doing parts. I want to know if this engine is worthwhile doing. If not, I have another engine down in my other workshop. This is my small workshop here. It's nice and cozy in winter because I have a heating. I'll just show you. That's my bar heating here. Only one bar works on it, the other bar doesn't work. And while I'm showing you, I can show you my ultrasonic cleaner. This is the best thing that I've ever bought in my life. You must have an ultrasonic cleaner if you don't have any other way of sandblasting and stuff like that. Ultrasonic cleaner will clean small parts. Other parts like wheels and shocks. Oh, I want to show you the shocks. Have a look at the old shocks. Yeah, let's get the shocks out. Right, they're the old shocks on the bike, right? Now that's what they look like. Dirty, manky, horrible and grotty. Right, here we go. These are the new shocks. I don't know if you're able to see that, but look at what they look like. Now, new seals, new oil, new everything. I've actually put in new springs into this. They do cost a little bit of money, but new springs on a 40-year-old bike is well worthwhile doing. If you're doing the shocks, change out the springs, because if they're worn, they get spongy. And I have some nice, and they will be nice and firm with the firm brakes and the steel braided lines, brake lines. It'll be a nice bike to buy. The shock looks really good. I've pressurized it. I've had a look at it. It looks really good. I've cleaned it up really nicely. I'm going to paint the spring on it just to make it look even nicer. But I'm ordering a new shock for my XJ, the one that I'm going to finish before I start this one here, from YSS, the 365 euros something or other. I think it's quite a lot of money for a bike that is 40 years old, that is a sort of a common bike, like an XJ600 was not a Triumph Bonneville. So, you know, 365 euros plus. I spent probably over 1,000 euros just on parts. That's without labor. So, you know, just all the bearings. I did all the bearings in the engine. I did all the other bearings, the head stem bearing, the wheel bearings, the suspension bearings, the swing arm bearings, and so on and so on. So they've all been done on the new bike to give it that new bike feeling. So it might be worthwhile actually spending the 365 euros on the shock. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to find out if that shock is any good, the old one. I'll just let you have a little look at it here. I'll swoosh. There it is there, nice and clean. Needs to be painted. If I paint that and paint the inside, I don't know, maybe I'll do it in yellow or something like that, because there's bits of yellow on the bike. While we're down here, that's the rear swing arm, which has been nicely painted, which is actually looking very nice now. That's the exhaust. It's all dusty, but it's been yeah, it has been sanded down and it's ready for paint as well. But I'm going to wait, as I said, until it gets a little bit warmer here in the garage. At the moment we're at around about 12, 15, 16, sort of between 16 and 17 degrees. Now that's too cold if you're going to do painting. It's just too cold. What I do is I corner off that part of the garage where I have the ventilation. I open the garage door a little bit and I sort of make myself a sort of a room out of plastic, and I can hang the stuff on a rail in there that I'm painting, like the frame and that. And so I have my own little sort of room. I use a mask. Where is it? There it is there. I use one of these masks here when I'm painting. Right, we're at the part of the garage that I want to show you my tools. Video is now 42:51. If you're bored, well, get yourself a cup of tea. Oh, my cup of tea. I forgot about my cup of tea. Let me have a little sip of this. It's gone sort of lukewarm. But I'd like to just show you around. There are my tools here. And as you can see, I like to hang everything on the wall, because if you hang it on the wall, you can just grab it, and when you're finished with it, just hang it up again. So I've no tools really lying around. There are basically very few tools lying around. And here we are up to the bike again. I mean, it looks horrendous, but I'd be cleaning it down first. I'm going to give it a good wash, put everything onto it again, take off the tank and leave off the plastics off it. There's no fairing on this, so because it's going to be cafe racer sort of thing. So I'm happy about that. I don't need the fairings. And I'm going to paint the light and everything. I might paint that. Yeah, I'll paint it black. It's actually all metal. It's nice. It's an old light Stanley. Yeah. You know, Lucas used to do them. And they were lovely. Fully chromed and everything like that. It's not chrome. Might be chrome. Painted chrome. I like the light. Anyway, so what I'm going to... And it's not even centered. I'll just show you that. You can see that it's leaning over that way, you know, over there. Yeah, it's terrible. Yeah, don't like it. No, I'm gonna have to refit that. I use the compressor, which is down here. You need a compressor, folks. If you're going to do barn finds, you need a compressor. Just to loosen up bolts. If you now, they're my compressor tools. I even use, this is my latest little polisher as well, compressor polisher. This is basically my workshop area here. I usually stand here, and here we go with JIS screwdrivers, and these are regular other types of screwdrivers. These are also special tools and punches and stuff like that. Things you just need. You need small things. Have a little look at what I have here. You will need these tools if you're going to do an older bike. Vice grips, yeah, very important. Get yourself a good pair. Other stuff that you know, quick release 10, 12, 13 and an 8. You're going to need them. Proper good screwdrivers. I love these ones, Vessel. They're a bit of weight in your hand. Something cheap as well that you use every day. You need your torque wrenches. You'll need 2 or 3 of them, unless you're going to pay a lot of money for a digital one. I've never used a digital one. No, I use the old types of stuff. This is my sort of oil area, silicone, WD-40, contact spray, grease, lighter greases, oil that I put in the engine sometime on cogs and stuff like that. This is to secure your bolts. I have blue. This is red. I use red quite a lot. Proper high-speed grease. If you're greasing anything that really is like sort of a starter motor or something like that, I like to use high-speed grease. It'll stick in there for a long time, and it'll stay put and keep your whatever you're greasing up greased up for a long time. So anyway, look, I'm going to cut this short. I'm going on 46 minutes now, and I've been waffling around along to you because I haven't been with you for so long. We haven't seen each other for so long, so I'm really delighted to be back. As I said, please do like and subscribe. It'll help me along to get my channel turned up again, turn on the ignition and get it going again, get people watching and get people back onto some of the restorations that I'm going to be doing. I have a little sort of a secret at the moment, and I'm no good at keeping secrets, but I'll be getting a nice bike. I'm not going to say what it is, but I'll be getting a bike in summertime to restore. If it works out, it'll be amazing. It's a Yamaha TDR 250. It's not the Yamaha RD 350 LC that I really want. This TDR costs quite a bit and needs, a little bit of work. It's going to be amazing afterwards. I rode one in Ireland. If you haven't seen that video, I rode, it could be a short. No, I won't put it up there. No, I won't. Now, have a look for yourself. Go onto my channel and watch me ride the TDR. I also have another video of a tour I did on a Yamaha RD 400. So if you like that bike, you can have a look at that video. And I'll be putting up another one. I think the audio wasn't fantastic on it, so I sort of stalled a little bit on it, but I was able to repair a bit of the audio. And I just, instead of all the blah blah blah, I could just do a little bit of music behind it. So that's coming up as well, and a lot more. So do me a favor, subscribe, like and comment. If you're going to stay with me, I'd be really delighted. Give me a chance to get my channel going again. If you've watched this video for the 49 minutes that I've been doing it, folks, thanks very much. Love you all. Love YouTube. Love motorcycles. Take care of yourself. Put on your lid. Barn find. Barn find. XJ600 Yamaha. No, I'm just doing Yamaha Barn find. Yamaha Barn Find, Yamaha Barn Find. If this helps me get my video a little bit higher up, Yamaha Barn Find, Yamaha Barn Find. Anyway, turn yourselves off now, folks. I'm going to repeat this: Yamaha Barn Find. There she is, all in yellow. Yamaha Barn Find. Like and subscribe. See you soon. Thanks for being with me. Bye bye. Put on your lid. Cheers, folks. Goodness, Jesus. You feel like an idiot. An idiot. You feel like an idiot. You're sitting here, GoPro take a photo, GoPro start recording.